home earlier than I expected. Didn't Chris want to come in?
No. We were both pretty tired.
How was the dance?
We didn't go.
That's a shame. What happened? What's wrong, honey?
Everything. I did it all wrong.
You know what? There's a nice fire in the fireplace in the library. Why don't we go sit in there, huh?
No, I don't want to.
Baby, you're perfectly miserable. I don't see any point in you being perfectly miserable upstairs and all alone. Just come and sit with me, okay? I'm not going to ask you any questions. And you don't have to say a single word if you don't want to. Just come sit with me. You know, I think you'd have to work very hard to make that happen.
You don't understand.
Try me.
Well, it started off, I lied. Me and Chris never really intended to go to the movies. I took the key to the cabin, and we went up there.
I'm very glad you told me that.
Chris and I were going to make love.
I see. And?
I couldn't. I mean, I wanted to, but I couldn't.
Well, you know, Jessie, we've always said that you would know when the time was right. I'm so proud of you for following your instincts tonight. How did Chris take it?
Not very well. But he listened. He tried to understand. He stopped when I told him to, but
well, good for Chris.
He was so angry. He said he'd get over it, but what if he doesn't?
You know what? If he doesn't, then I would say perhaps he doesn't love you quite as much as you both think he does.
No, but I want him to love me.
I know you do, honey, I know.
And I don't want him to think I'm some kind of baby.
Oh, anything but. Anything but. You behaved in the most incredibly mature way tonight. You and Chris, too. God bless Chris, too. I can't even tell you how impressed I am by both of you.
Really?
Profoundly. Mm-hmm.
You don't think he'll go to someone else?
Do you?
I hope not.
I hope not, too.
You mean that?
With all my heart.
I love you so much.
Well, it's mutual, sweetie pie. It really is.
You think you just don't have to tell Dad about this?
Hey, nothing to tell, is there? Nothing happened.
I just don't want him to be angry with Chris.
Well, let me assure you of something. Your father knows what it's like to be a teenage boy.
That's why I didn't think he liked Chris in the first place.
I tell you what, if Daddy asks, I'm going to tell him. Nothing happened. He'll be fine. Don't you worry. You can trust me.
If you say so.
I say so. So how would you feel about a little raid on the fridge?
Do you have any more of those lemon bars left in the freezer?
About 3 dozen.
Let's
Get home after a movie last night.
Actually, Jessie never made it to the movie. She and Chris decided to go to the cabin instead.
What?
You said that just like a father.
You mean those 2 kids were on that mountain alone?
All right, before you stoke yourself into a volcanic fury, let me reassure you, nothing happened.
Oh, I'll bet.
Jessie told me she wasn't ready.
Which means what, Viki? That she might be ready tonight or sometime this afternoon? I ought to nail that Vega kid to the wall like one of his paintings.
She was right.
Who?
Jessica. She asked me not to say anything to you about any of this for fear that you would behave exactly as you are behaving, doing the parental stomp and snort.
Well, do you have a reasonable alternative?
Be proud of Jessica and Chris.
Oh, I'll be proud. I'll be proud, and then I'll tear his lungs out.
Clint, give some thought to yourself when you were Chris's age. All right, consider yourself as recently as last night.
That's completely different. That's entirely different. You and I are adults.
Yeah, and that's the real point, Clint. Jessie and Chris both behaved like adults last night. She was able to be direct about what she didn't want to do, and Chris respected her feelings. That's more than most official adults can manage. I really think we have reason to feel very good about those 2 kids.
Well, maybe you're right. But so was I.
How do you mean?
Well, from the second Jessica was born and I found out she was a girl, I knew this time would come, and I knew I was going to hate it. And it came, and I do.
Let's move on to item 2 on the agenda, shall we?